Nothing to snore at.
Nothing to snore at.
Hello,
and welcome
to Nothing to Snore At.
Wow, I didn't think you'd adjust.
I did. I'm an adjusting Adam.
I was going to say you like alliteration, but you'd be mad at me.
Yeah, I would, because it's not an alliteration.
I know.
It's just,
That's what I heard.
well, maybe get better ears.
That is literally ableist.
Yeah.
I had 6 sets of tubes in my life. Fun fact about me. Yeah. That was the tubes. That was the sound of them putting them in.
Oh, okay.
I also had a very bad ear doctor, and so he left one of the tubes in way too long, and now I have hearing loss, like legitimately. So Zach is actively making fun of my disorder.
Yep. Purposely.
I always said disorder because deaf people don't see themselves as disabled, but I wouldn't call it a disorder either. That's like more like mental, I think.
Disorder?
Yeah.
No, I feel like...
What else disorder?
I mean, I feel like disorder is something just that doesn't work.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't say like I have like
I have a stomach disorder.
Yeah, you wouldn't say that.
I mean, I feel like you could use that and something like syndrome. I feel like you would say
stomach disease or stomach problem or...
I feel like you can use it and syndrome interchangeably. Disorder and syndrome.
I don't know. I can't think of any syndromes off the top of my head.
Well, we had...
Yeah?
No, we had, we had Lucy on the podcast.
Yes.
Who had a...
IBS, is that a syndrome? Irritable bowel syndrome. You wouldn't say irritable bowel disorder.
You can.
No, I don't think so.
I think so. No. I think that works.
No.
Okay.
I was gonna see how long I could go. Let's see. What are we doing today?
We are doing a random prop.
Just a?
3. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
Why are you emotionally saying the next 3 letters in Spanish? Wait.
Letters?
Numbers.
There you go.
I caught myself before you made fun of me. Wait, that's not a catch. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was me catching myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're going to do 3 objects, and they are an MP3 player, a scarf, and a baseball bat. So immediately thinking coming of age, early 2000s.
I feel... Okay.
MP3 player, a scarf, and a baseball bat.
Okay, but I don't want to use the baseball bat as in baseball. Like, using it for baseball.
That's fine.
Has to be something else. Like, hitting someone or something.
Hitting someone. It's got to be for hitting someone.
So MP3.
Yeah.
Scarf.
Yep.
And baseball bat.
Sure thing.
I'm thinking killer. Like a serial killer. A murder mystery, maybe.
Yeah. I'm thinking... Whoa. Why am I thinking with nobody on top of my head?
Let me strap on this jetpack.
Yeah.
All right.
Who was that?
It's the jetpack.
That was the jetpack talking to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wow. Why did he land so softly?
He's a good jetpack.
He's a good jetpack.
He goes fast?
Very low.
Sorry. Just a low guy.
Just a low guy.
Low man.
With a soft jetpack.
Not soft.
Oh, what'd you say?
He's just incredibly good at his job.
Your jetpack isn't soft. Just incredibly good at his job.
Yeah, that's why they had a soft landing.
Okay. They also use they, them pronouns?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good to know.
I mean, it's a jetpack.
Yeah. So I guess it would.
Yeah.
Normally I call jetpacks it.
Oh, well.
I
figured since it was talking.
How impersonal that was to the
Yeah.
jetpacks. Anyway, glad you're up here.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
You said killer. I'm thinking, I just feel like teetering along the lines of copyright and making a little Scooby-Doo adjacent movie.
You know, Winnie Pooh.
Winnie Pooh.
Winnie Pooh.
You know Winnie Pooh? I don't. Can't say that
Winnie
I
the
do.
Pooh.
You know
the
Winnie
Winnie.
Pooh? I don't. Can't say that I do. Wow, look at that poem.
So they are free use now. Him and like Piglet.
Really?
I think it's Piglet.
And how is it just them two?
Because they were created and copyrighted over 100 years ago.
Earlier than the rest of them?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I believe so. And so now...
That's why Winnie the Pooh is becoming a utilized character.
Yes. So, but more recently, right, there was this one studio, I can't remember what it is, but they had a a horror film that has Winnie and I think Piglet, I could be wrong on that.
I hate that.
As serial killers.
No, hate it.
And they had that script ready for the second.
Oh, wow.
And so like a few weeks after, they announced it and released a trailer like a week after that.
Wow.
I'm very excited.
I can tell.
Yeah. I think it's such a funny idea.
Okay. Well, you and I have different definitions of humor, I think. But what do you think about this one? Adjacent to Scooby-Doo type thing.
Yeah, it's called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Wow, I hate that.
Yeah, Nightmare Pooh. I'm excited.
Okay.
Not a fan of how they look though, because they're big,
Yeah.
like they're human
They're
sized, and it's.
Those are some beefy Winnie the Poohs.
And it looks like it's just like someone's like someone wearing a mask.
I can't explain to you the pure unadulterated hatred I have for that costume.
It's not the best, I'll be honest.
Oh my gosh, that's horrendous. Speaking of being in costumes, bro, that little... I was Minnie Mouse the other day.
Sure.
Did you see those pictures?
I did not.
Did you really?
Nope.
I put it on my close friend story on Instagram.
Sorry.
Which you're on. You're
Sorry.
my close friend.
I didn't look at it.
Okay. Well, I can't... And Mom didn't tell you? She was having a hoot and a half with this.
No idea.
So I was in a Minnie Mouse costume yesterday.
As you are.
Because it's my it's my stepping stone to becoming a Disney party princess, which Nick Burke has found it just hysterical.
That name,
yeah. But you do what you have to do in this industry.
Sure.
And so I was in a mascot suit essentially to be Minnie Mouse. And it is pretty dang close to what I would presume an acid trip looks like. Mostly because of the location and stuff as well. So
Okay.
I was,
You mean like a train yard or something?
No, I was at the main event.
I feel like...
No. Hear me out. So
Okay.
I was in Minnie, right? First of all, I can't hear anything. As we said, I'm a little hard of hearing. Also, the head is quite literally deafening. Like, you just can't, no sound's getting in. So anyone who was trying to talk to me had to talk to my eye. Like, their face is
Sure.
this close. So that visual was horrifying. And then I'm just following a 30-year-old woman dressed as Ariel through the main event arcade. Lights are going everywhere. I keep bumping into kids because I can't see, which is just ironic. And worse than bumping into them, I think, is when they came and hugged my leg and I didn't know they were coming. I was about to freaking drop kick those toddlers
Abby,
across the main
That's
event.
not good.
No, it's not, but it happened and I'm sharing it with you. I'm just kidding. Only one time did somebody come up and hug my leg, and it
And you
freaks me out.
kicked them across only once. Then they fired me on the spot.
Only one time. No, that's the bit of it all. I didn't get paid for this gig. It was fully volunteer.
I'm glad.
So flashing lights everywhere. Also, I can't really see out of both eyes. It's just one little baby oval. Tripping over my feet. Spider-Man and Mickey Mouse were these two like 14-year-old boys who were dropped off by their mom, and she was like, "Look at my little Mickey and Spider-Man. I'm so excited." And
Were they part of the gig?
Yeah, they went with us, but
Oh.
they like got dropped off at her house before where we were all getting ready.
Gotcha.
And she was like, "You guys have so much fun." And so it was just these like two teenage boys who maybe did not want to be there. I couldn't really gauge their excitement level. Definitely their mom was way more excited than they ever would be, though. Two 30-year-old women dressed as Disney princesses. I'm following around in an arcade. And I just think, like, the entire time, I was just like, I feel like I'm in a movie acid trip scene. Like, specifically Hot Rod, when, what's his name, takes that drug. And he was like, oh, I was tripping balls, dude.
Yeah.
And then he stabs his hand. Like, I felt like I was living that out.
So did you stab your hand?
I didn't, but I was pretty dang close.
Gotcha.
I was sober. I just wanted out.
Yeah. Well, so are we feeling so we have a scarf. Mm-hmm. We have
an MP3 player.
And a baseball bat. Okay, so automatically, I'm just thinking the MP3 player is like his calling card or her calling card if we're doing murderer.
You're going to have to explain to me what that means. I don't watch horror movies. What do you mean calling card?
So, like, basically, they kill someone and then what they leave there. So people know so it's the person, but doesn't, like, give it away.
Okay, I do listen to a true crime podcast, so I should have known that. So you're saying the MP3 player is that? Yeah,
they leave MP3 players and it plays like a specific song or something along the lines of like, maybe this is like, okay, this is like a Batman villain kind of thing where like.
I haven't seen any Batman movies.
Great. It's just like a super villain possibly kind of thing where obviously in their own world, they think they're correct because they're like killing like politicians who they think are corrupt or something like that.
Sure.
And so they,
almost everyone has some sort of justification for themselves.
but like everything is connected.
Sure.
But like the songs that play are specific to maybe this person or how they killed them.
Heard. Okay.
I kind of like the how they killed them.
Yeah, I do too. Or why.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's a why. I think it's especially, okay, not to like get too dark and serious, but we could almost do some like commentary on like current society and unfortunate killings that have happened at schools, but we take that archetype of character, so bullied, outcast student.
I mean, that's...
And instead of their wrath being a one instant, horrific event, it's this over time thing.
I mean, you can have your... you have a lot of like, I'm trying to think what the Riddler's was in the new Batman movie. The
Riddler's what?
What his motive, like who he was killing and stuff.
I think it's just his bullies.
I don't know about just like his bullies from high. Like I'm thinking something along the lines of this is just bullies in general, like people who are using their money and power to bully others or something like that.
Like bullies at the school.
Are we talking like actual? I was thinking like this is
I thought it was high school drama.
Oh, I was thinking way broader than that.
Oh, I like it as a high school. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still in the mystery gang aspect of it. I'm serious. Like I think it's like a group of kids solving the mystery of their friend.
Okay.
Because personally, just not in the mood to do a full send, really difficult, hard-hitting horror. I want some comedy. And I think we can get that with our mystery gang.
Who's our mystery gang?
I just think a crew at the school.
Is it like a crew, like a Stranger Things kind of thing where it's like nerdy
I haven't
kids?
Seen it.
Well, sure, but like
I think
just like nerdy kids, like all in AV, or are we thinking like a spread out? Like you have your jock, you have your.
I think it's like
AV,
a Lemonade Mouth type beat.
Never seen it.
See, finally the turntable.
Yeah, with Lemonade Mouth. Yeah.
So yeah, no, because that one's like they make a band in detention or like Breakfast Club. I haven't seen that, but that concept.
I hate Breakfast Club.
Okay, well I haven't seen it. Essentially, I think.
Actually, I'd like to go on a rant about how much I hate Breakfast Club.
I haven't seen it, so I can't agree nor disagree with you.
Cool. It's just so, like, okay, I'm trying to remember the director.
In order to have a rant, you have to have words to.
I'm trying to remember the director, but it's the same guy who does Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is
seen it.
an insanely better movie than Breakfast Club.
Okay.
But like people give it so much praise for being like, oh, this is the greatest high school movie ever. It like is this group of outcasts that come together, all these different groups and like cliches and stuff. But it's basically, it feels like it's no motive for them to come together other than they're being in detention. And like they all realize they have like things with their parents that they hate, but like that's it.
John Hughes,
that's it. Yeah. But it feels so forced the whole time. And then there's this one scene where basically they're talking about like, I'm trying to remember it, but like they're talking about why they're in detention, right?
Yeah.
And looking at it at an acting standpoint, it's great. Looking at it just a movie standpoint, it's horrible because what they did is John Hughes said, all right, you're going to improvise all this while you're there. And so it's this one stupid long shot of the same thing over and over again about these kids trying to improv, which like if I was at an improv show, I'd be like, wow, this is really good.
Sure.
But like while watching it, I was like, this is really bad writing. And then I was talking to Melora and she's like, oh yeah, all that was improv. And I was like, that makes so much more sense. And I was like, why not just write the scenes? Like, I mean, there was one that was great. Yeah, I thought it was great. I won't spoil anything, but like the nerdy kid has a really good reason.
Movie. I'm just kidding, don't, because I want to watch it at some point.
And then there's relationships at the end that are so forced. Like it's uncomfortable how forced they are. And I just don't think overall it's a great movie. When there's so many other good John Hughes movies, which I think he actually did. What's that movie with Christmas? Home Alone, which is like great movie.
Yeah.
So much better than Breakfast Club, but that's my rant.
Okay, so that was Zach's Breakfast Club rant. Anyway, we have a gang, and I think they're more mismatched. I think for whatever reason, I don't know what we're living in. I think. Sorry, oh my goodness. I just got exhausted because that rant was so long.
So sorry.
So I think we're in a very small town. Like I'm talking like 2 police.
Hawkins, Indiana. Sure.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Stranger Things.
I haven't seen it. There. Anyway, so whether due to just neglect or otherwise, they're not going to solve this case. The police force here.
Okay.
This guy has, I think after his second one and them realizing that there's stuff, they're worried. So I think our Velma-esque character puts up a flyer and makes like a like let's save our school. Like if you're interested, and they meet in the basement and meet each other for the first time.
So who are like what cliche kind of things are we doing if we're doing that?
I think we have Amanda.
Okay.
And she is the one who puts it together. She's valedictorian, straight A student, incredibly inquisitive, very sheltered though, and that's kind of her flaw. Like she has all the intellect, but maybe not the societal, cultural like knowledge needed in order to be efficient in her figuring this out. We got a jock of some sort.
Okay. Lacrosse. I think
that's what they play.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the name. I was like, that's stupid.
No, yeah, they play lacrosse, which is really fun. Did you hear? I won't get into this much, but did you hear the whole bit with Andy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why it was like,
I figured.
My gosh.
No, but like, yeah, he plays lacrosse because I think that's so funny for a jock to play lacrosse.
Don't make fun of the lacrosse.
I am.
Playing
Anybody
lacrosse
who plays
jocks, I love you.
I think you're hilarious, so I also love you, but in probably a bad way.
I love you, but probably in a bad way.
Then I think we have our Shaggy character, who is literally, I think, just Shaggy. He's the stoner. He was kind of there.
He's only there because
he was smoking in the basement, and they set up the meeting there, and he was already there, and so he decided to.
Oh.
Just a thought. I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna go with I like that. I think I like that better than that. I was gonna go with mine because he is like a stoner, always high. He is literally so paranoid that he's coming after him. That's the only reason.
I was thinking he was high in the moment when they all come down here. It's like, oh yeah, I'll help.
And gets roped in.
Yeah, and like he's pretty interested when he's high. When he's not high, he has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he is like your character who like the killer could walk past and he wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because he definitely wouldn't be targeting him. I just thought he would be funny if he had like that sense. Wait a minute. So we have Amanda, and then what's our lacrosse player's name?
Rodney.
You've used that before. I'm sorry, you can't again.
I've used lots of our names, but I don't think I've used Rodney
I feel like
before.
We've had a Rodney.
Jerry.
What about Ralph?
Oh wait, Jerry was last episode.
What about Ralph?
Just doesn't feel lacrosse to me.
What about Tristan?
Yeah.
Tristan's correct. Okay, so we've got Amanda and Tristan, and then we've got
Shaggy.
No, he can't be
He's
Shaggy.
literally just okay. Scooby.
Stop.
The stoner name's like Teddy.
I was gonna say Evan.
That's not really a stoner, I feel like.
I feel like it is Evan. It's Evan unless you want to use your
Harry.
video.
Hi, Harry.
No.
Hi, Harry.
No.
That's what people call him.
I really don't like the name Harry at all. Sorry, Styles. I did go to his concert though, and it was really good. I just don't like the name Harry. No. I'm on Evan, bro. I think
I don't think so.
Well, I don't like that Tristan and Evan. Okay, because I didn't like whatever you said earlier with the T, because we already did T. What about Elmer?
No.
What about
Matt?
Mateo.
Sure.
Okay. We've got Amanda, Tristan, Mateo, and lastly I want to Scoob something or other.
As in a pet?
No, I want somebody with that archetype.
It's just the best friend of Matt?
I think it's Mateo and Maddie. And they're a little stoner duo.
Okay.
They're siblings. They're a brother-sister duo.
Okay.
And then we can do both of ours. I think they stumbled in there, and the whole time Maddie's like, absolutely, I'm next. Well, we need to consider the facts about me, because I'm on the top of the hit list.
Okay.
In that paranoia. And then we need a Daphne.
Do we? I think we're good with just...
Well, then I want Maddie out.
Okay.
Well, no, why can it not be 5?
There's just so many people to keep track of and give storylines for.
I mean, they don't have to all be fleshed out, because like I feel like Maddie and Mateo work as one unit pretty much. We're not going to be doing them separately. I think Daphne is...
So you have like a preppy?
No, and I was like, there's a reason I absolutely... Because Daphne is going to be one of the bullies that's on the hit list. And like there has to be like a situation. I think that's how we end up actually discovering who it is.
Okay.
Because Daphne was always used as bait, remember? It's like perfect.
Was she?
Yeah, in all those cartoons. Yes, like literally they would be like, stand here in this cage and the monster will come get you.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible.
So she's like a preppy.
Yeah, I think has got, I mean, just, here's it. She is trying to she's preppy and she wants to be in the most, she wants to go to the New York Fashion Institute. And if they find out that I'm from this dinky little small town with a serial killer, I'll never get in.
Gotcha. And we'll get into their stories here after this break.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Welcome to One Star Rewind, a new podcast about those dreaded one-star reviews that every business owner hates to receive, but yet every customer loves to read. During this podcast, we will peel back that one-star review to better understand how it happened, when it happened, and what the business owner is doing after receiving that one-star review. This podcast will be about love, hate, and laughter. On One Star Rewind, we will meet with real business owners who will tell their stories and how they do rely on reviews for their business. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or download us at roguemedianetwork.com. Please subscribe, but only rate and review for not a 1-star review. Join us each time for a new review and a new story.
Hey y'all, I'm April,
Hi, I'm Caroline.
and we have a new podcast for you. What's it called, Caroline?
Bloody Happy Hour.
It's going to be your new favorite guilty pleasure. We're going to talk about some bloody stuff. Serial killers, true crime,
Rape.
rapists. Why not join us? We'll have a good time.
You literally never know. I don't know what I'm going to say. Bloody Happy Hour. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros Foes Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
And we're back.
And I'm mad.
Hello, Matt. I'm Zach.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
For you.
Indeed.
I'm angry because Zach was making fun of me because that
Never
sound
happened.
I tried to do for the break hurt my mouth, and he was like, "I'm glad it hurt you."
That never happened.
And the gaslighting continues.
Okay.
All right, so our crew.
Nimmo.
Name them all.
Yeah,
I
like,
thought you
say
said
their name.
Nimois.
That's
I was like,
exactly.
is that their name? The Nimois crew.
Nimmo.
Yeah, for sure. Amanda is our homegirl who's set it all up. Then we got Tristan, our lacrosse player jock. We've got Mateo and Maddie, a brother-sister stoner duo. That could be us, but I don't like weed. I'm just kidding. I've never tried it. I hate the smell, though. It wouldn't even be worth it to me. Because I had a lot of friends who smoked in high school. I was just like, I wouldn't even want to attempt. Anyway, I don't like the smell of things that are smoked, I think. Because cigarette smoke, like, I'll puke.
Oh, I love cigarette smoke. I love the smell of it.
Couldn't be me. I was in a show one time, a play, and this guy would smoke at intermission, and then right after intermission, we had a scene where he'd scream in my face. It was like legitimately so painful. Like the tears were real. Anyway,
Last one.
the last one. Did we name her? Oh, okay. I was like, did I really forget? Eloise, maybe? No.
Eloise or Louise?
I was saying Eloise, but I decided Elaine. It's one of my really good friends, but it just works for this. She's nothing like that, but anyway.
And our killer
Is Dustin. What were you going to say?
I don't know. Do we show Dustin?
At the end, by the end.
Well, like, how do we? Is it going to be like a murder mystery? Like people are trying to guess, or is it like, do we show him in exposition at all, or is it just?
No, I don't.
Because I feel like that makes it so much less powerful for the ending if they're going to figure out who it is. It's just this
I don't
random.
think we show him off right away. I thought you were just establishing characters.
No. That's what I'm saying. We do need to show him off.
Oh, you do?
in the beginning. We have to have something. We have to have him in the expository so we can. So his reveal at the end is impactful.
Okay.
So it's not just some random kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we do that without pointing in the direction that he is the killer.
Right. That is hard.
Like, I mean, do we have a shot where we're following all these kids around, like all our main 5, and like in one continuous shot, and it's showing them like what they do, and then like whenever and then like Daphne or Daphne, Elaine is bullying this kid.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not enough though. Like we have to have something else.
Yeah.
I mean, like we can have that specifically.
Yeah, I think
but
that's good.
we have to have something else as well. Or it's just not like for like this one guy that was shown for a 2-second frame is our killer. Just doesn't resonate.
Yeah, but I don't know how else to set him up without it being obvious that that'll be who it is. Unless we want it to be set up that this is the guy and it's like a little dramatic irony until they find out.
No, I want it to be a mystery.
Okay.
But I think then we have to include several different characters. That could be core suspects.
What do you think?
Like you have a creepy kid in the back. Mm-hmm. You have all these different kids that are essentially the antithesis of each character that they all think is them. But
is the killer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so too. I think we just have him pretty evident throughout the journey.
I mean, he's the one they don't suspect because they just treat him aside, and that's exactly why he's killing them.
Right.
He wants to be a suspect.
Yeah. Serial killers almost always want to be found out, and that's why they end up getting caught. Is that like want to?
Yeah. I mean, but he is not even a suspect, and he gets even angrier, so he starts killing those people.
I agree. I think that we do a lot with music because of the MP3 thing. So a lot of him trying to show people songs, maybe.
He always wears a scarf. We need to add that.
Of course, yeah. I think that maybe he runs like the speaker announcements, like "Good morning, Westerboro High," type thing. And every single day we watch as he does the announcements and people listen, which I know doesn't even really happen for regular announcements, but people listen to all the announcements and here's your song of the day. And as soon as that starts, chatter starts, nobody cares. Mm-hmm. So this is also just like one of those. Yeah. So I actually think that's really good. I think that he, maybe gets bullied by some of the people, like the Elaine characters, but I don't think he's entirely the outcast. I think he's kind of almost this character that everybody knows but nobody cares about.
Okay.
So it's kind of worse. He's not actively getting pushed out, and so I think that actually lets us establish him in a lot more of their relationship. So like he's in a group project, of course, with Amanda, and she talks to him then but never again, you know. Like you see maybe them in the group project, and then he tries to come sit with her at lunch and she's not mean about it. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, there's no more seats." Like just never a first thought kid. Maybe he is the team manager for lacrosse, so he's really sweet to him, you know, whatever that dude's name is, Tristan. He's really nice to him, but they're not friends.
Who does he beat to death with a baseball bat?
Oh my gosh. I think it's only maybe because I was just saying the lacrosse thing. I think maybe one of the lacrosse players accidentally like even knocks him over with a bag or something, or hits him in the elbow, and he hits him to death, that player, and then the song is "Hit Me Baby One More Time" by Britney Spears. Let's see if we can come up with a montage
with all of these. Okay, so the first 2 kills are people we don't know.
Yeah.
And so it's anything can happen.
Yeah.
And they might not don't even have to be special.
A false suicide from a chandelier. That's the first one actually, and Chandelier by Sia.
Okay.
Because that one it's going to be framed as a suicide, so some people don't know. And then because the MP3 players at both, they start to realize.
And then I just don't know songs.
I'm gonna pull up my Spotify real quick. See what we can do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have any yet?
I don't know. All I can think about is another one, Bites the Dust.
Yeah, but
which is for all of them.
yeah.
Happy Accidents could be something.
Yeah.
Like
We could almost just do...
literally.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, this is a little dark, but
Okay.
I mean, maybe not. It's like the absolute like cartoony kind of. I always, if something, what really creeps me out, like in horror and stuff, is if you have something, that I mean, not necessarily innocent, but having something cartoony or zany or something like that be your horror element.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's
Which
like ruining
like
innocence.
Nope just did that, but I'm thinking like we have some sort of spike or something planted on one of those rakes that you like step on, and then it just and then like goes into their head, and so Happy Accidents could play for that. So it's like because it's an accident that they
Right.
stepped on it and stuff.
I think where'd it go? I had a good one. Oh, arson in some facet and somebody's trapped in the house. We didn't start the fire.
Yeah, I'd say Burn the House Down though if we're doing fire from AJR.
Yeah, you always want AJ.
Yeah, I mean it's Burn the House Down. We're doing something with arson.
Running someone over with a car, Life is a Highway.
I don't know about that.
Free Fallen. Somebody definitely got thrown over a bridge or something.
Yeah, but all of these
You know, under pressure, crushed under
crushed
a
under
rock.
something, yeah.
I just died in your arms.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
we get the idea of it.
Somebody gets killed and then wrapped in a mummy and walk like an Egyptian.
That's stretching it a little bit, I
No.
feel like. Okay.
Anyway, all sorts of creative little deaths.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a few of those. 2 right before, and then like we have like maybe 2 more while they're searching,
Yeah.
and then we get to one of the deaths of our main characters, which I think is the jock right away.
Wait, so we're having one of the main characters die?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I think it has to be Tristan.
Because that's how they can figure it out is they
Well, I
start
thought
realizing.
Okay, here's what I think it is. I think Tristan he just gets killed. I think Elaine is clearly the next target, and so that's actually how they find him. Because we have to up the stakes for them.
How would they know that that's his next target?
I think somewhere along the lines we start to find... I think they find a hit list or a yearbook with circles.
Maybe even like he tells them. Not necessarily like
Okay.
you're going to get killed, but like he sends them a song.
Absolutely. I think Elaine's...
Like in their locker or something, there's maybe an MP3 player or maybe just like a song or like, I don't know what time period we're trying to put this
I
in.
was thinking early 2000s still.
Because you can have a mixtape that's just
Absolutely a mixtape, and I think it's...
of all the different ways they could kill you or something like that.
I think it's all like the same idea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I absolutely think I think that the arson one doesn't happen yet.
Yeah.
I think that she gets a mixtape with We Didn't Start the Fire, with Burn the House Down, with all these things, which I don't think that song would have existed then, actually, too.
Oh, probably not.
That's part of why I was going with like 80s stuff too, because I knew. Anyway, but because there's a lot of fire-based songs, Firework, Katy Perry, whatever.
Sure.
Tons of fire-based songs. So she obviously freaks out, and I think we end up having to rescue her from the house. And something along the lines of they find an unlit match, or the matchbox. I think they find the matchbox. And they end up getting fingerprints or something.
Okay, and then they know who it is, and then they confront them?
Yeah, I think so.
How does the confrontation go? Is it just like, you caught me if it weren't for you
Here's what
meddling
I think it
kids?
is. I think that they hijack the music system that he plays his daily song on. And it starts with the first song he played with the first killing, and he keeps trying to skip. That's not the song I was trying to play. That's not, and starts freaking out. It's all the songs that he used to kill people, and then it goes through all the fire songs, and they're there in the recording place, and they're like with the police, and they're like, yeah. And
So we're not doing. So it's not like a revenge where they like kill him.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And then they arrest him, and he's like, at least somebody was listening.
Yeah. Sure. And then we have like Casey Kasem's top hits.
Yeah.
Play for the credits.
Yep. I like it.
I do. What is it called?
And I was trying to think.
Murdered by Music.
That's so stupid.
I don't know.
Like, unbelievably so.
Okay. Maybe come up with an idea then. Can't hate on other people's ideas if you don't have one.
No, I can. And I do.
One.
I can and I do. MP3 killer instead of MP3 player.
I think you found the one thing that is stupider than mine.
No, mine wasn't that stupid.
I think so.
Mine was not that
I
stupid.
veto.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just telling you it's not stupider than yours.
I don't know about that.
Murdered by music?
Yeah.
Obviously, he was murdering them and then playing the music.
Yeah. Murdered by Music.
Shut up.
Music to my ears.
Music to my fears. I don't like any of these titles.
Sorry. We've only come up with 3.
Call it Scarfing Down Music. Remember the scarf?
Mm-hmm. He always wears a scarf.
Yeah. No, I know. I know you said that. I was just saying that could be in the title too. We could do like Tune You Out or Tune Me Out or Tune In.
Tune in. Sure.
Okay, Tune In.
Yeah. Can you give a trailer for this, Abbie?
I don't want to.
No, too bad.
I can sing the songs better
Nope.
though. Hit me, baby,
Nope.
one more time. You got it, Zach.
No, I did it last time.
No, you have the announcer
I did it
voice.
last
You have the
time.
announcer voice. You have the announcer.
I hate you,
We
Ethan.
start the fire. It was always burning since the world.
A small neighborhood.
We didn't start the fire.
Mysterious killings. Will music be the thing to save us all? Or will it end us?
We didn't start
Find
the
out.
fire. It was always burning since the world. Tune in.
Tune in
Turning.
this
We
summer,
didn't start the fire.
2003.
We didn't start the fire.
They don't say their they do say their dates if they're
Yeah, I
in
think
their
so.
yeah.
Good job, Zach. I
Thanks.
think that goes better. I just can't do trailers, man.
I didn't want to. I wasn't feeling the trailer today.
Well, I'm glad you did it. I appreciate it.
Should have hitched it. It's a trailer.
That's how I laugh when something's not funny.
Oh really?
Also, I drank so much water and I almost made myself pee.
I would have laughed. I would have
Like
known.
this. I'm just kidding.
Really risking it.
For the biscuit. I like to do it. I will say that Minnie Mouse costume may have gone beyond what's worth it for a bit.
Nothing does unless it ends up in bankruptcy.
or murder.
Yeah. Or I feel like hurting someone outside of the bet.
Depends on the level of pain
I suppose.
and emotional.
Psychological
physical.
damage, fine.
Depends on the level.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, then if you like brutally beat someone up for a bit and someone sees that.
I just don't. Know personally how equitable psychological versus physical damage can be. If somebody had beat me up when I was 15, I'd be recovered by now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would have opted for that over some of the other stuff.
Well, this has been our podcast.
He said, you might be right. I've been Abby.
I've been Zach.
And this has been
Nothing. You didn't even.
Yeah, I know. I was going to throw you off.
Nothing.
To
Snore.
snore at. Follow us on Instagram at nothing.to.snore.at.
Or just nothing to snore at with dots in between it.
Nothing to Snore At, a Rogue Media Network podcast.